Broadcasting. Okay. So, let's get down to. We ain't doing that. Let's get down to brass tacks, fellas. Right now, what we are looking at that we need to get, and I'm checking on other stuff while I'm here, is we need to get one of the legendary cars, and that is this 330 P467. That's one of the three legendary cars for that were destined to win Daytona for one of the trophies for the game Gran Turismo 7. And today we will spend today grinding out one single race every 30 minutes for $825,000 till we get this $20 million to buy that car. Luckily, I have the perfect car for this race. I almost never have any problems with this race. As far as winning, it does try to throw tricks at you with the rain. It'll make it look like it's going to rain hard, and then it'll never rain enough on the track for your tires not to wear out when you put on the intermediates. Or it'll look like it's not going to rain at all. And the next thing you know, you're sliding all over the track and can't go 20 miles an hour, and it takes you 8 minutes to make it around the track. But with this Honda that I've been using, it's pretty much designed to dominate this track. So it's pretty overpowered as far as this track goes. It's really light and really powerful right here. We're doing a Touring Car 700. World Touring Car 700. Pays $550,000. If you do it without beating up the other cars, you get $825,000, which is a big plus. Actually, I need to go make sure that I've changed oil in that car. We don't want to run the car with bad oil in it. That only makes the engine overhaul show up faster. I've already overhauled the engine and the body on this car twice or 3 times. Okay, as you can see, you're not allowed to have over 700 points, performance points on this car, and no nitrous overtake. So the extra $100,000 for nitrous wouldn't do you any good anyway. 700 points or less. This car is completely maxed out, sitting at 689.49. And I know most people is going to want to get as close to 700 as possible because they think that's the best way to do it. Well, the fact is that this car has such a high power to weight ratio that it actually, at 689, is outrunning everything else on the track by far. If I could run the entire race without having to stop for tires, it doesn't use very much fuel. I can run the entire race on a level 6 lean fuel ratio and never stop. Actually, I can run the first 6 laps on complete level 6 lean, turn it to level 1 lean, which is full power, on the 7th lap, and sometimes end up doing the 8th lap and having to turn it back down to lean again. But by the time I'm done with the 8th lap, it is completely out of fuel if I've turned it up. I think it'll do about 10 laps on this track without fueling at level 6, but I never make it that far because obviously this race only lasts 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, the person in the lead after 30 minutes, or whoever finishes that lap first, is the winner. I don't care if it takes you 4 laps to run 30 minutes and you run out of time, then that's your last lap. or if it takes you, usually for me, I run out of time on the 7th lap, and that's my last lap. Sometimes I'll make an 8th lap. Sometimes I'll be at the last curve and I'll stop for 30 seconds or 45 seconds and wait for the timer to run out so I don't have to do an 8th lap or a 7th lap. I mean, if you're that close and you're far enough ahead not to worry about it, why run the extra 4 minutes around the track if you don't have to? That's just waste more time. And I'm currently using the G29 Logitech steering wheel and pedal assembly to race with. I have friends that are running this race with their regular controller doing just fine. Not even using the Honda. One of my friends really likes to use the Bugatti. Tuned down. But because the Bugatti weighs so much, he has to get tires at least 3 times, whether it rains or not. Now, I could try putting race mediums on here, but then I would have to turn the power on the car down, which I don't want to do. And also, that would mean that I would have to stop and get tires eventually. So we're going to try not to do that. Let me turn my steering wheel on here. First thing I do is turn the lean to 6 and go to my weather radar and adjust it to where it's just right there. That way I see when the clouds are coming in a good amount ahead of time. I can most of the time gauge if I need to get wet tires put on this car before the rain gets here or not. And you don't have to run up and fight them real hard. You can pass them in the straightaways. Most of the time, they don't beat you up too bad in the straightaways. Every once in a while, Portilla and I'll call him Hollywood right there, Haywood, they like to hit you. Portilla usually runs first or second in the race in the beginning. He's one of those AI that likes to run hard tires way past time, and he usually ends up getting knocked way down when it rains because he doesn't change his tires out when he's supposed to. But he's really fast in the curves. He hits the curves really hard and fast. So if you catch him in the curves, he's liable to come back around you or try to spin you out in the curves. So you got to watch out for him. Now I am racing on easiest opponents. With that being said, right now I'm grinding for money. I'm not trying to sit on the rest. And the money's the same whether or not the opponents are easy to beat or hard to beat. With them easy to beat, the best time I've had ahead of them, I think, has been about 4 minutes and 20 seconds ahead. By the end of the 30 minutes, which is about 7 laps. Oh, Portilla's in third today. Gotta watch out for these curves. Oh, I messed up. I come around to too hot and too heavy. It's okay though. I'll catch him in the next one. I'm talking too much instead of concentrating on my slowdown time. I knew I was running a little heavy around that. I just wanted to get Ron Portilla before he beat me up. We'll see what happens. Yeah, they're done now. Oh, we have a call. Hello?
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 Good morning. This is Stacy from Med Health Center. We have some great newly added benefits to offer from Medicare in our current open enrollment. Can we talk for a minute to make sure that you're not missing out on anything?
Are you a computer?
All right. Well, I am a real person, and I'm here to confirm your eligibility for the additional Medicare benefits during our open enrollment period. After confirmation, I will be happy to connect you with the senior supervisor for details. In order to do that, we need to confirm your eligibility. Do you have Medicare Part A and Part B?
If you're a person, say, Gunner.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'll make sure to put your number on the do not call list. Have a good day.
You a lying little bitch? She couldn't even tell me your name, Guns. She couldn't say it. She'd be a computer. You know how it goes. Ooh, I am fighting too hard today. Oh, Blazes got me. Oh, that's okay though. Normally I get upset and just restart the race, and because I don't like that. But I think it upsets me when I'm not way ahead of them by the time I'm at this spot. But it's okay today. I need the money, and I ain't got time to mess around with these people too much. This will be an easy race anyway, though. Doobie, shut the hell up! I am really getting pissed here. I need to calm down. Holy cow. What man? I got, ooh. I'm really fucking angry. I know I need the money, and I know I can delete these cars easy. I just want to go up there and run into them. They got me so damn ill right now. You know, I'm really pissed off. For no reason in the world. It was my fault. I didn't slow down for the fucking curve in time. Twice. I've never seen the Corvette in first place. Well, maybe one time before. Who's that, McEwen? He's an asshole anyway. Asshole AI. So, it's the first time I've actually had a lot of commentary to my races, and evidently, maybe I shouldn't be doing that because I'm not racing anywhere near as good as I usually do. and I'm really ill about it. But I'm just totally concentrating on the race and just watching my marks from the race and watching the landscape, knowing when I'm supposed to hit my brakes and how hard I hit them and all that, which I've got this race down pat. It's not a problem. That's not even average. Average for me, I usually come up on the outside, total outside of that curve, and take it, as fast as possible. I try to cut the apex as close and hit it wide and get the most speed out of the corner as I can. And usually with these, as soon as the red marks disappear, I can turn it and gun it, like this right here. Then hit it again, turn it and gun it. Now you can't do that when it's raining though. When it's raining, you have to turn it and give it about half pedal. Ease it on into it. Because like I said, this car right here is a really light car with a fair amount of horsepower. Comparatively, it's low horsepower. It's only 400 horsepower at max. The most you can get out of it with a high RPM turbo. But it only weighs 1,000 pounds, so 400 horsepower is like, it's a whole lot. So if you take all the extra stuff off this car that they didn't have back in the 60s when this car was built, like the ABS and traction control system and all that, which literally reduces the amount of fuel that the engine is willing to take, and uses your brake system to control the stability of the car. If you take all that away, this car is really squirrely and it'll get away from you really easy. You have to really pat the gas and be real easy with it to use it at all if you don't have all the extra stuff on there that they really didn't have in the 60s. So it's kind of like a give and take there. They didn't have all this extra stuff in the 60s that you're using now, but if you don't have them, then you really have to be careful with this car. It's way overpowered for what it is. And only being a 1.495 or 1.495 liter, so it's a 1495 cc engine. High rev V12, small. Very fast car for what it is. I've got it turned down. It will do if you turn the power up all the way on it. You can probably get 215, 220 out of this car on this track. As far as wind out time in the straights, right now my wind out time with full power turn on, I'll lean all the way down to 1 instead of 6, is 202. That is the max this car will do with the way I've got it set up on 320 kilometers per hour. But I found that if you leave it at where it'll get to 202, you get the perfect amount of acceleration to go with maximum power. In other words, when I'm running full power, I can top out at 202 with enough time for it to actually make a difference. If you've got your power turned up too high, you'll never top out your gear and you're not using the full potential of the car. So you have to make sure that you keep your transmission top speed turned down to where you're getting the full power of the engine in the entire race. You can take any engine and turn it up to any transmission speed, max speed for your car, and turn it up to whatever you want to, really. Just about whatever the max is. Some max out at say 300 and something, 400 and something. Some of them max out at 600 or 700. But that doesn't mean they'll do it. Number one. Number two, it means that it's going to take a lot longer for them to go through those gears and get power up, and you're just never going to get the full potential of the car. So for anyone who watches this video, they've just been told, one of my little secrets I was told not to tell was just how I've got the car set up. But it's all completely up to you. I mean, nobody's watching right now, so if they don't specifically pick this video out to watch, they're not going to know. And I've read some stuff on Google about this race, and there's a lot of people that's had a lot of trouble with this race, and then there's a lot of people who have a lot of different ideas about it. A lot of people say use any Group 4 car. I've got a friend that uses Bugatti because he doesn't have this car. He's waiting for it to come back around on Legends. I think he said it's like $2.5 million on Legends when I bought it. I'm not sure, I don't remember. I just bought this car because it was part of the extra menus requirements. And when I found this race and I started doing this race, I had trouble with this race in the beginning. And I went through several different cars, and I beat the race with several cars. But with that being said, I wasn't winning the race easily. I felt like there was more I felt like there was a better way to race this race, a better car for it, something that would perform better in my opinion and for me. And so I decided that I was going to look for something that was going to be more fuel efficient. So I went to my garage and I just turned it on to light cars by weight, and put the light cars at the top. And this is one of the very top cars except for the Fiat. I think the Fiat weighs less than this, but and maybe one other car that's in my garage. So I said, I haven't tried it. I don't know how it races. I'll give it a shot. And I got it out here, and what I realized is it has really great gas mileage. But even if it didn't perform as well as the other cars, with the gas mileage it gets, I don't have to stop anywhere near as often as they do. They have to stop for gas every 3 laps to 4 laps minimum. And I don't, so that's an extra added advantage right there. And I think I get I don't get the gain they get. When I go into the pits, it takes me 45 seconds to get out of the pits. And they don't even start changing my tires till I'm in there for 32 seconds. That's when my car shows up. So I lose 32 seconds off the bat. I'm pretty sure they're in there for like 20 seconds. But hey, if I'm not going in the pit, that's 20 seconds I'm not losing. And if I can already outrun them before they go in the pits, then I'm getting even better gains. And I haven't seen any real rain show up yet. It's on lap 4. It could be pretty bad for lap 5 and 7 if it starts showing up now. But I mean, until I got water on the road, I'm not trying to go into the pits. And all I've got over there is light green, which does not rain. It just puts moisture in the air. Carl actually went a little bit better in the light green with the heavy fog that we got right now. It seems like the car produces more power, which is realistic. Cars produce more power under heavier atmosphere, generally speaking. But I see some blue coming in now, so I mean, it looks like it's coming towards me. We'll see how much of it gets in near me. But as long as all you've got is light green and maybe a little bit of dark green spots here and there, you don't have to worry about the pits, changing your tires, because you won't get enough rain on the ground to make a difference. You start seeing that dark blue, 1 or 2 spots of the dark blue, and you'll be okay. If it gets to be a big blotch of dark blue, you're going to pretty much plan on getting enough rain on the ground to have to change tires, but at least intermediate wet tires on. I've only ever used wet tires, the plain wet racing tires, a couple of times in this race. Most of the time I just used intermediates, and if it gets a little heavy on the intermediates, I just take it a little bit easier. They do fairly well, as long as you take it a little bit easier. Yeah, but I mean, really, you never know till it actually hits you if you're going to have enough rain to put on wets, unless you see yellow or orange. And I've never seen orange. But unless you see yellow or orange or red, there's no guarantee you're going to need the wet tires. Usually you can get by with just the intermediates, so that's usually all I use. I do own the wet tires just in case. And I have had to use them once or twice when I had a lot of yellow in the radar over there, but it's not a given. And right now I don't see any yellow at all, just barely any blue. Looks like I may get out of this unscathed as far as rain goes. But there's still 13 minutes left in the race, so more rain could show up. If it's going to rain, I usually see it before you reach 10 minutes up. And what we've had so far is just sprinkles. I wouldn't really consider it rain. Now, with this car, the one thing you don't get an added advantage of is windshield wipers. So you might have part of your screen blotted out when it rains real hard. But as long as you already know the track, it's not going to be a big deal, except for hitting people that needed to change their tires and did not. And I noticed if I slide off the track, I'm just off the track and everybody passes me. If the NPCs, the AI, slide off the track, they throw up a yellow flag, no passing. And if you pass, then you get docked a bunch of time. When you get to your deceleration point near the end of the map, is when they stop you. I think the most I've ever had is a 25-second deceleration. And I think it slowed me down to maybe 25 miles an hour overall. I've had a friend that said he completely stopped. So I guess it's subjected to the racer. I don't know if it's subjected to the car. Maybe it's because my car is lighter. It didn't stop all the way, and his was heavy, and I have no earthly idea how they decided to do that or why his car stops. And I don't know if my screen shows up as good for y'all as it's showing up for me. I've got really good graphics the way I've got my game set up and turned on. I watched another friend was streaming last night, and I was looking at his, and his looked a lot more arcadish than mine does to me. Through his stream, his looked really arcadish, and mine looks more realistic to me. So I don't know what the difference is in the way that you've got them set up, and really it's on, I guess, your own preference on the way you want your game system to perform. But there are different settings as far as the graphics and the frames per second and all that goes, and it does make a difference in what you're seeing and how aesthetically pleasing the game is. So I mean, if you're playing this game, you may want to go in there and play with the settings some and see what you like. If you have the advantage of having a really good TV and enough extra space on your system for it to be able to handle that, because the system does use some like random access memory, stuff like that to I say random access memory, I don't actually know, but I'm sure it uses some type of extra power for the graphics card, depending on how you got it set up as far as performance or whatever. I'm not going to lie and say I know anything about computers. I am not a computer guy. I've got some ideas. I know just about enough to get my butt in trouble. Cars, on the other hand, I understand. I know enough about cars to get my butt really in trouble. which isn't saying that I'm an expert at all, but I just don't. I know enough to be brave enough to push it a little extra there. And I know if I was actually in a car, I could actually drive it better, because when you're in a car, you can feel the torque and the slide. You can tell when a car's at its max G's. You can tell when it's getting ready to cut loose, and you can let off at that point. With the game, of course, you have to learn how to anticipate that, and you need to have the volume turned up on your sound effects, especially for your wheels, because you'll hear them start to squall and holler right before they turn loose. And if you don't pay attention to that, and if you don't take heed to that, you will lose control of your car. Oh, and now we have someone joining the chat.
Yeah.
What's up, Tank?
Not much. Crew updated.
The crew is not ready yet.
Really?
Is it 11 already? It
I
would be
think
ready
so.
if it's 11.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's 11:30 now. Yeah, it was a whole nother thing last night. Couldn't even get my stuff.
That's
I was on it last night at 2 minutes after 10, bro. I was ready to do my summit.
I know you. I knew you would be.
Oh, dude, last night was quite unique.
Oh wow, new entry,
And what?
new introduction.
Okay, yeah, they updated the game. Last night was super unique for me.
Yeah.
I told my wife to take her pocketbook so she'd have my glasses. She took her glasses out, took my glasses out, handed them to me, and we went to Olive Garden.
Yeah.
They carded her. Guess what she didn't have?
Her card.
And she basically complained about, look how old I am. No, I don't mean. Well, Illinois state law says once you've been carded, and we know you don't have an ID, we cannot legally sell you anything as far as alcohol. So we sat there for 35 minutes. She called Nicholas. She talked to the manager. She talked to the assistant manager. She talked to another director. She sat there and almost cried at the table, and cried when she walked out, and kept telling me how her daddy would be proud of her for her standing up for herself. I'm like, I tried to explain. I said, well, I said, it's state law.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere with that.
They can lose their license over that, and you ain't worth it to them.
Dude, she refused. The guy said he'd give us he said he'd comp our entire meals, just order whatever we wanted. Nope. But anyway, and he followed us all the way outdoor. You sure I can't do something for you? I can give you a gift card. You can take it to a different one. It don't matter. No, dude. Holy shit. And then we get outside and she tells me how I didn't do nothing for her. And she's standing up for herself. And all I did was roll my eyes. And I'm thinking to myself, it's state law.
What the fuck am I supposed to do? Shoot the motherfucker and get back there and make everybody fucking cook for you and serve you liquor and go to prison just like you?
So, I mean, the thing about it is, man, I asked her to take her pocketbook.
Yeah. And the one time she don't take her pocketbook, she gets carded.
Look, I still get carded for cigarettes, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. As ugly as you are, you still get carded for cigarettes.
Yeah.
You ugly fucking Mexican.
I don't know. Look, do not ever say anything to her about this, because that's the first thing she says. You're just going to go tell all your friends how much I embarrassed you. No, it really, I wasn't embarrassed. It was just a stupid fucking thing to fight for.
Yeah.
Something you cannot change. And do you
who's
know?
worried about embarrassment?
Wait a minute, stop. You got to understand something. They talk complete shit to me when I tell somebody they brought me a raw steak. You didn't have to embarrass us like that. You act so stupid about it. Don't even order steak no more. Yet, the thing about it is I'm not proud of her for standing up for herself, but they tell me how stupid I am for telling them I want a damn cooked meal.
Yeah. And
I
it's
don't
no
get
more embarrassing. It's no more embarrassing. And really, it ain't you ain't embarrassed. You take me out to eat. Fuck, I'm the most embarrassing person to have with you. I talk all kinds of shit.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, she was fighting for something that it was state law.
And it made no fucking sense.
She did not have to, you know what she said at the end? Well, I knew it wasn't going to change anything, but at least I took up the time where they could have been doing something else. The same thing she bitches at me with the scammers for.
Yeah. They get paid.
She even threw out, y'all would have already gave me what I wanted if I was a different color, wouldn't you?
Oh, shit. She threw out the race car.
She did. Then she pulled out all the stops.
That's when I would have looked at her and said, "Listen here, Freckles. You can't pull out that card. You know, that's not your card to pull out.
Actually, it should be.
It should be.
It should be because they do get special treatment for that. You know what I mean? A lot of times.
A lot of times they do. I mean, when you go to deckhand college to learn how to tighten a ratchet and know the difference between up and down, and it's a college course. Whenever that's a college course, get out of fucking prison, and then whenever you go out there on the boat and you work, and you got a hat, steel-toe boots, and a knife, get on this boat.
Hello? Hello, are you gonna fucking answer me? You just gonna sit there like a knot on a damn log? Are you a sandworm? You a sandworm, ain't you?
Sandworm, dude, I don't know what that is.
I turned them off this time.
Oh, okay. They couldn't figure out what a sandworm was. A sandworm? What's a sandworm?
I gotta finish this race. It looks like I got a text message.
Oh, shit.
So as soon as I get around this damn thing, I'm gonna check that text message. For all I know, she's watching my live feed and listening to me bitch about her.
Yeah, she could be. Yeah. It'd be something I'd be proud of. It ain't nothing you wouldn't say to her face. No, man, I'd be proud that they carded me and I didn't have my.
Jody said her power steering's leaking and she needs an oil change.
What's leaking?
Power steering.
Yeah, we knew that. That's one of the reasons we said that car was garbage.
We don't even know where it's leaking at.
Yeah, and we were looking.
Yeah. Well, that car, the whole backside of that car has got to be completely cleaned off, sprayed out before we can find it.
Yep.
It's cold today anyway. And she don't need an oil change. That engine ain't gonna last that damn long. It's extra thick because it's got moisture in it. She's good to go.
Oh, hobbies. There's new hobbies.
Oh, man. Are they going to be as stupid as the last ones? Oh, hobbies. There's new hobbies. I was thinking... Yeah, they're as stupid as the last one. Never mind.
And there's nothing listed.
They'll show up weekly.
I clicked on the hobbies to see what they were, and it didn't show up. The profile's different.
Profile's
wow.
different. What did
They
have?
show you where you got your Fang magnet, your fucking nitro chem. They show you where all your shit is now on your cars. What you have on your cars.
Really?
Yeah, a little tab.
Well, I'm gonna. Did they show you if it's boosted or not?
No, they don't show that, but it makes it easier for fucking finding your fucking gear, your fucking set.
You're gonna need $20 million.
Am I?
One of the legendary cars for the legendary trophy, the 3 legendary cars, is $20 million, and it's in the thing right now.
Shit.
That's the same thing I said. Why's it gotta be so much? It's a fucking 330 Ferrari. Hopefully I get 500,000 off this one. I've been getting nothing that I wanted. Last time I got 10,000. Oh, this is all kind of funky. There ain't nothing on here but fucking parts. Give me that Aston Martin there. Okay, I got me Aston Martin invitation. Let's go see what it's for. Just says brand central Aston Martin. Let's go see what it's for before I switch out.
Well, my Bugatti's about the only thing that... Whoa! They rearranged the fucking thing here. What the fuck?
What thing?
They put the bus over by the fucking mailbox and put the fucking Summit thing over by the fucking Far and Beyond.
Well, damn it. The damn cars they give me invitations for I already fucking own.
Yeah, there ain't nothing in here that I don't own.
Okay, fellas. If y'all have watched this video, I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will talk to y'all later. I got to change games. Which means you're going to turn off the broadcast.